Good evening, Kaiju of the night. We have ourselves a little request to do. Since it's the week of Kong Skull Island, I was asked to do my top 10 favorite Kaiju films. Okay, Kaiju films that do not include Godzilla. Now, they can be from Toho, but these are not the Godzilla ones. The Godzilla ones and other subsequent videos about that are to come at a later date. But just the top 10 Kaiju films. Let's get started. First off, we have number 10. Very obscure Kaiju film. Not a lot of people know about this. It was done by a very small production company, Monster Island Productions. It is called Zarkor the Invader. Okay? A film about a massive alien beast named Zarkor brought to Earth to test humanity. Namely, humanity has been chosen to take part in this and see if they are worthy enough to exist inside the cosmos amongst other alien beings. To do that, they task a postman in the film by sending an alien disguised as a 16-year-old girl to tell him that, hey, you've been chosen and humanity has been chosen to defeat Zarkor. No weapon on Earth, under development, or has been developed by humanity can harm him. But the answer is on Earth. It's up to him to find it. What is it? Watch Zarkor the Invader and you'll find out. Alright, so, number 9. We have the film Cloverfield. Okay, when I first saw this film, I didn't like it. It took several other viewings to really capture the like of it. What is Cloverfield? It's a film about a massive monster attacking New York City. Where is it from? Why is it here? These answers are not given to us. Okay, they kind of answer it a little bit, but they don't give us concrete answers. Say, okay, King Kong. Massive ape from an island brought to New York City. He runs amok. Godzilla. Massive irradiated monster. Whether he's a dinosaur or he was born that way, I'll leave it up to you how you ever want to see your Godzilla. And he attacks. Okay, what is Cloverfield? He's a monster. Where does he come from? I don't know. But anyway, in the same vein as the Blair Witch Project, this film is a found footage first-person view film, following a group of young adults trying to survive this monster, codenamed Clover, trying to survive his attack on New York City. The monster in the film I did not like the first time I saw it, because I could barely see it. And by the end of the film, I wasn't really too thrilled about it. But after subsequent viewings of it, and seeing what the monster actually looks like, and seeing, figure pictures of it, it's actually a really cool monster. I recommend this film. I saw the sequel, whether it was or not. I think it was just for brand recognition. I didn't really like the sequel. If you're going to watch one, I recommend you watch the first one. Okay? Other than that, let's move on. Number 8. From Toho, we have the film Varan, or Varan, however it's pronounced, whatever. Okay, a massive prehistoric beast that rises from a lake and runs amok. Okay, how is he defeated? Watch Varan, whatever, to figure that out. Next up on our list, number 7, is the Toho film Rodin. A small mining village is gripped with fear as a couple of miners go missing and are killed. Who did it? Why were they killed? Come to find out, it was these creatures known as Meganulons. Meganulas. Anyway, these massive parasitic-looking creatures that, just kill lots and lots of these miners. Come to find out that these things are actually food for something bigger. 2 things bigger. The film Rodin follows these 2 massive bird-like prehistoric creatures, and they can fly supersonic speeds and just create a muck all over the world until they are finally dealt with at the end of the film, and I feel that leads into the film Ghidorah the Three-Eyed Monster, but I'll leave that for other people to discuss. But number 7 is Rodin. Alright, so number 6, we have a duology film. It's another Toho film, however they are films that go into each other. Perfectly, some say, not so perfectly, others say. I think they perfectly go. We have Frankenstein Conquers the World and War of the Gargantuas. Frankenstein Conquers the World is about the remains of Frankenstein's monster going to Japan and creating a massive kaiju-like beast in the same vein as the Frankenstein monster. And throughout the film, the Frankenstein monster is being, maybe mistreated a little bit, but most of all, they think something worse is happening. It's growing in size more and more, but also we get to see the birth and arrival of a brand new kaiju known as Baragon. And these two have a massive battle towards the end of the film, and it's a great fight. However, the deleted ending or extra ending, which I cannot find anywhere, I can only find pictures, Frankenstein defeats Baragon, and once he leaves the mountain where they're fighting, he runs into the monster Odaka, a massive octopus, first seen in the film King Kong vs. Godzilla. Now, whether it's the same octopus, some will say that it isn't, but, how many giant octopuses are honestly swimming around in the ocean? Come on. So, the octopus defeats Frankenstein, dragging him into the ocean. Cut to a few years later, and we get the film War of the Gargantuas, where at the beginning of the film, a fishing vessel is attacked by a giant octopus. I can only assume that it's Odaka. Things seem to be going sideways when a massive green giant, I'm just kidding, rescues them from the giant octopus. However, he begins to sink the ship. Coming to find out that they find the cells of this massive, hairy Bigfoot, codenamed Gyra, and then it has the same cells as the Frankenstein monster. And several scientists are brought in, and because they had their own Gargantua. They named him Sonda, but he was brown and escaped. So they didn't really feel that it's the same one, because this one arose from the ocean, so what would we be doing, escaping from their lab and going out to the ocean, whatever. Gyra comes to shore and starts attacking Japan. Finally, the military is able to corner him with a brand new weapon known as the Maser Tank. Maser tanks being a staple in the Godzilla franchise in future films. They have him cornered when finally Sonda, the other Gargantua, the brown Gargantua, saves Gyra from the military. Sonda is taking care of Gyra, but sees that Gyra is a bit of a... He eats some hikers. And, it's all-out war from there. Okay, they fight all across Japan, eventually fighting out into the ocean and being consumed by a volcano. Now, originally, these two were supposed to be in Destroy All Monsters, but were cut at the last minute for reasons. Good film, though. Give it a watch. War of the Gargantuas. Highly recommend. Okay. Next up, number 4, we have the action blockbuster Pacific Rim. Out in the ocean, a rift between worlds opens, and massive kaiju begin pouring out, attacking the world. They're able to bring down one, but its poison just keeps on going all over, killing thousands, just by its dead body killing thousands. So the world comes together and they build these magnificent creations called the Jaegers, or the Jaeger program. A two-hemisphere-brained machine where it takes two pilots to operate, where they drift with each other in their brains, and they battle these massive creatures, the Kaiju. And this movie is awesome. The beginning of it is awesome to see Gypsy Danger, which is the main Jaeger of the film, battle Knifehead. Later, as they go to Hong Kong, where humanity makes its last stand, and we get to see other creatures known as Orochi. We have leatherback. Eventually we learn about Kaiju. There's a giant lobster. There's an axe-headed one. My favorite, which I wish was in the film a little more, was Slattern. Awesome stuff. Give it a watch. If you haven't seen it yet, it is an awesome film. Awesome giant robots versus giant kaiju. Awesome stuff. It's getting a sequel soon. Can't wait. Alright, number 3. We have the Mothra Trilogy. Now, originally I was just going to put the first Mothra film on here, because that is an epic film. But they kind of remade that film in Godzilla vs. Mothra in 1992. A lot of the things that happened in the original Mothra happened in Godzilla vs. Mothra in 1992, and in that case, it lost points with me. Still, awesome film, but what doesn't lose points is the Mothra Trilogy. First off, we have the rebirth of Mothra, where we have the Mothra from the Godzilla film, Godzilla vs. Mothra 1992, but no Godzilla. This Mothra has a new egg, and inside the egg is Mothra Leo, but we'll get into that as we get a little different look at the Shobijin or Elias in this. The Elias are our new cosmos, and they have a sister, a Dark Elias. I can't remember her name, but anyway. Wait, what was it? Whatever. She's kind of like Rita Repulsa in a way. She rides around this monster named Garu Garu, and she's trying to awaken a legendary beast to take over the world. This monster is Death Ghidorah, or Des Ghidorah. A new look for Des Ghidorah, or for King Ghidorah, on all fours, and sporting a new black and white color rather than his gold color, defeats the actual Mothra. And then our new larva Mothra becomes our new Mothra Leo and battles with Death Ghidorah. Awesome movie. Moving on. Next up we have Rebirth 2, where Mothra goes to like this lost city under the ocean, and there's a monster named Dagada. And it's pretty much the pollution, kind of like a pollution monster set to kill everything on Earth, because this one group of people, ancient civilization, created Dagada to defeat, people who pollute on land. However, he sees everyone as a polluter, so he wants to destroy everything now with his angry starfish of doom. Mothra gets an upgrade, becomes Aqua Mothra, and defeats Dagada. The third one, the one that I really like watching, Rebirth 3, is a brand new look at King Ghidorah. In this case, Grand King Ghidorah. This massive golden beast. Just looks awesome. Something out of the Godzilla film. I wish it was in the Godzilla film, but it wasn't. It was in this film. Mothra gets another upgrade into Rainbow Mothra and Armored Mothra. They have a really cool battle sequence. I give this movie, that's probably the best one of the three of them. But the whole trilogy does work together, all together. So, that's number 3. Number 2. Okay. I couldn't pick out of this franchise. So I picked the 3 beginnings for this monster. We have King Kong by RKO Films back in the 30s. We have Dino De Laurentiis' King Kong back in the 70s. And we have the 2005 Peter Jackson King Kong, all at our number 2 slot, because this is an excellent story. A massive ape living on an island, secluded from the outside world, sees a woman for the first time that he wants to court and falls in love. It's kind of a weird Beauty and the Beast thing going on, as we see that this island isn't just Kong and a couple of little animals. No, there's dinosaurs roaming around. There's giant insects roaming around. Awesome stuff. King Kong, these 3 films are highly recommended to watch. for any kaiju liker, especially since Kong Skull Island is coming out this Friday. So, number 1. Well, I kind of gave up on the thing of it. I might pick it up later, but we have the Gamera Trilogy. First off, we have Gamera Guardian of the Universe, where Gamera kind of gets a reboot and a retrofit for today's ages. He is actually an ancient animal from the city of Atlantis to battle another monster created by Atlanteans as well, known as Gauss. Kind of like the film Gamera vs. Gauss, except this movie is far more ahead of it. The effects are so much better. The suit acting is so much better. The story is so much cooler. In the Godzilla franchise, we got Miki Sagusa, who had a psychic link to Godzilla. In this, we have a new young girl. Oh, God. Whatever. Not important. She gets a psychic link to Gamera, so we get to see more into what Gamera is like inside of his mind. And also we get to see more scientific aspect, where it was more kind of guesswork in the 60s with Gamera, and now we get to see more of a scientific look into the way how Gamera is, and the way how Gauss is, to see how it's a real-life creature. It's just awesome film. Which brings us into our next film. A lot of people love this film. I like it a lot as well. We have Gamera, Advent of Legion, or Gamera 2, Gamera vs. Legion, whatever. Awesome film. This massive insect known as Legion comes to Earth and pretty much wants to conquer, releasing all these pods all over Japan. And releasing all these tiny insect versions of him, able to feed off of all forms of different energy. Very creepy aliens kind of thing. This thing reminds me a lot of Destroya in a way, but awesome film. And we actually see Gamera survive a citywide explosion. Awesome film. Gamera, Advent of Legion. Awesome. And if you haven't checked out a video, it's very special, is the X Plus unboxing and review of Legion by Mr. Leslie Chambers. Okay? Awesome film. I know he really likes it. But this next one's a doozy. Gamera, Revenge of Iris. Or Gamera versus Iris, however you want to go with it. Iris is another mythological creature that pretty much finds a host in this very impressionable young girl and becomes this massive, gorgeous kaiju. Now, Gamera is here to battle, and just the way how the film goes, just watch the whole Gamera trilogy. They're all great films. And that there is my top 10 kaiju films. That was a mouthful. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and see y'all with the next part of the next video. By the way, the girl's name is Asagi from the Gamera trilogy.